been thinking about a lot of stuff that happened in my past, right? And like, there's only a few things I really remember, because I talked to this girl the other day, and I remember her from elementary school. And she's like, "Oh, how you been? All right." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good, bitch. Who the fuck are you?" And she said she remembered me from when I went to Salk Elementary School. I'm like, "Oh, that's great." Okay, so I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And she's like, Miss Hoss. And that just, you know, kind of sparked my memory a little bit. Because when I was in 3rd grade, I lived in Mesa, Arizona, if you didn't already know. So, when I was there, my teacher, I was like the only black kid in that whole entire school in elementary school. That's before I switched schools or whatever, but whatever the case may be. So, I'm there. And my teacher was racist as fuck. She made it seem like I was like the only fucking, I stopped slavery all by my motherfucking self. Like, so she was like, every day I'd get written up sitting in the principal's office, some shit for some motherfucking reason that didn't even make sense. She got me in trouble for everything. If I breathed wrong, you know, she would just be on my ass. And there was this, I remember there was this white girl I liked, and you know, she sat her, like, you know, I was talking to her or whatever. I mean, I'm in 3rd grade, so what the fuck, like, but she sat her all the way on the other side of the classroom and all this other shit. So one day, the only thing I really honestly can remember is this one fucking day. Hey, I'm not having a pretty good day. Some shit happened. I was not happy. So I'm sitting there at my desk, and I get up, and I gotta sharpen my pencil. I get up, go to the little, you know, that's when pencil sharpeners was, you know, that's when they didn't have a lot of mechanical pencils. So I get up, I walk over there. I get to my mechanic. I get to the pencil sharpener thing, and she looks at me. She said, "Mr. Gator, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm sharpening my pencil." She's like, she gets up and she walks to me from her desk. She's like, "Why are you always getting up, doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing? All day I see you getting up, doing this, getting up, doing that, getting up, doing this, that, and another thing. You don't do what you're supposed to do, Mr. Gator, and I am not appreciative of that." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry." And then she keeps looking at me. She's like, "You know what? You know what, Mr. You're gonna have to ask me before you get up. You have to ask me every time. So don't get up unless you raise your hand and you ask me." I'm like, "Okay." So, and I turn around, walking back to my desk, right? I'm walking back to my desk, and the whole time I'm thinking, I was feeling some type of way about it. Like, what the fuck was, like, did this bitch really just yell at me for getting up and wanting to sharpen my pencil? My motherfucking pencil. Like, bitch, it's my motherfucking pencil. You gonna stop me from sharpening it? If I want a dull pencil, I wouldn't have got the fuck up. But, you know, I want to try, and my handwriting's already fucked up, so if I don't have a sharpened pencil, what the fuck you plan on me doing? I mean, what the fuck? And I'm pretty smart too, so what the fuck are you doing? So, whole time, I'm walking back to my seat with my pencil in my hand. And I'm looking at it, and then I sit down, and then, like, I look, obviously, I'm assuming she was looking at me the whole fucking time. So when I sit down, I look at her, and she's giving me this kind of smirk, like, "Yeah, I'm better than your black ass," kind of smirk. Oh, really, bitch? In my head, I got pissed off, and I snapped the pencil, and then I stood up, and I broke that pencil in half. Just broke it. Don't give a fuck. Just like broke that bitch. And then I get up, and she said, "Mr. Gator, what did I tell you to do?" So I sat back down and I rose my hand. And she's like, then she gets up, she's like, "Ugh," gets up, walks all the way over to me, and she's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I need to sharpen my pencil, bitch." She's like, and then of course everybody in class is like, "Ooh, you said a bad word." I'm like, I don't give a shit. At the time, bitch was the only cuss word I actually knew. So I didn't understand what the fuck, but I was gonna color it anyway. But, and then she just looked at me all shocked. It's like, "I can't believe you, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I get up, and I go all the way to her desk, and I break all her motherfucking pencils. I go to that little cup she got, broke every single one of that. I'm like, "Matter of fact, you need to sharpen your pencils, bitch." I left the class I got up, I left the class, went to the principal's office. And she called my mama and all this other shit. But after that, my teacher never really did shit to me after that. I don't think we ever had like a legit argument after that. She was just kind of like a bitch. But moral of the story is, if there is one at all, like, my teachers is just some kind of, teachers are like the definition of people who think, I'm not, okay, basic moral of the story is, I'm not letting nobody ever in my life kind of take advantage of me. And if Miss Hoss is watching this, suck my dick, bitch, because I ain't fucking 7 years old anymore. Fucking 17, I'm pretty big. You want to beat my ass? Be my motherfucking guest. Come all the way up here and beat me. On a side note, me and Andy Jets, it's summertime, so, you know, we got a lot of stuff to do. So we're kind of busy. We don't have a lot of videos out on the summertime, but we will work on that as soon as we get time. You know, there's some other members of the group that we are trying to incorporate. There's a lot of shit we're trying to do, so just give us some time. We're working on it. But until then, I will see you later. And remember, no man ever became great without making many great mistakes. That's the quote of the fucking day for you motherfuckers.